We don't have the wind. We had that wind yesterday.
The sun feels warmer too.
Tomorrow I'll be going, oh my gosh, it's so hot. All right. So what's in your mind the most from yesterday?
Right shoulder.
Right shoulder.
And I still, it's like the old pull back your shoulder, pull back past your body, you know, in the hole, in the halts and everything. I tend to go,
Yep.
and I have to learn to go forward.
To keep that push forward, yes. So the deal is, and I'll just have a bit of a same conversation with Judy there, that most people ride a down transition by leaning slightly back and pulling on the reins and bracing in the stirrups. That's across the board of whatever discipline, that's how most people ride the down transitions. And the down transitions have to really be more like an airplane landing. And if the airplane, just as it goes to land, if the pilot hits the brakes, you're crashing. Right?
Right, yeah.
Because he's got to get the nose back up. So he actually has to, just as it lands, give it a little bit of gas to get it to stay nose up. So having that in your brain, that it's like you have to have a go, we get told this in dressage instructor terms of, as you're going to the halt, driving forward into the halt, right? Which isn't necessarily the same thing as riding forward, because people then lean back to drive the horse forward. And of course, I don't want anybody leaning back, I want you vertical. But you do have to use the back of you, pushed up to the front of you, keeping your elbows, pushing the bit to the roof of his mouth. So you walk on. Good girl.
We get it for, we can do it in a sequence and he finally gets it. And then it's like we do something else and then 5 minutes later,
It's part of the whole learning, and having to rack up the correct repetitions for the muscle memory. And not everyone's going to be perfect if you're going around. The more you can think of that, the bearing down, the blowing up the balloon idea, the belly button back, making that solid wall on the front, being caught up from the back of you to the front. Yeah, good, good, good. And I think riding the halt like they are a pause is important. And in a test, you have to halt for 3 seconds in your, anywhere it calls for just a halt. If it's going to halt right back, it's not true. But for just a halt, you have to halt for 3 seconds. Well, you may or may not actually halt him for 3 seconds because you might lose the energy you've gotten gathered if you stand there. 3 seconds doesn't sound long, but it can be. Because then the horse can sort of deflate. So you want him to learn to actually halt, but it might only be for a second and a half. Because you don't want him to lose, good, and now let him walk on. You don't want him to lose the energy. That was very nice into the halt and out of the halt, by the way.
Yeah, Jayden has really taught me to collect them before we walk off instead of just kind of like go off.
Yes, because otherwise he's just going to pull himself along with the front end, yeah?
There was some article in Dressage Today a year or so ago that made a distinction between halt and stop.
Yes.
It's like, right, halt is brief. Stop is...
Halt is a transition, stop is you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so if you're doing trot, walk, a trot, halt is just the same, just leaving out a gate. Yeah? So think of the halt really being like a gate almost, instead of being a bit to finish. So he pulls on you, and you want to pull back, right? All right. He pulls on you, you have to push forward more, which goes totally against our instincts. So if he pulls on you, you have to push forward more. You have to bear down more, and there you go. So amazing how that works. Because then he doesn't have anything to lean on. And I promise, as big as he is, there's no way that you could pull on him hard enough if he didn't want to listen. Right? So your job is to not give him anything to pull on without throwing him away. So that's where some people go to is they go, oh, here, I'm not going to pull on you. Well, then you have no connection. It's having the in-between, you keep the connection, you keep the push forward. Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. And you're so much more organized, Cynthia, and you're thinking about, like, I said this to maybe Sarah yesterday, like, Y'all's brains, the processing ability of your brain while you're riding has increased tremendously. You're being able to be aware of what's going on. You know, even if it wasn't good, you know it wasn't good. You're having an idea of what went wrong and what you're going to need to do to fix it, which is huge, huge. All right, so why don't we take trot and do some trot walk transitions? So we don't have to wear you out. And is he going twice today? Or
No, tomorrow.
Okay.
You can wear them out.
Okay, we can wear him out today. Oh, we're Cynthia.
That's the problem.
Okay. Check your diagonal. You could be more top of the rise with the coaching. Really powerful thighs. Yeah, really powerful thighs. Thinking about him being a little straighter, because he gets that little overbent sometimes, and it's more so the other way than this way, but it is both ways. Yeah, good girl, Cynthia. Okay, when you're ready, you're gonna walk. Watch the shoulder there, keep the foot forward, bearing down, keep the foot forward, bearing down. Close your fingers, so you understand, yep. And then trot again, big time bearing down, good. And walk again. Close the balloon, bearing down, close the balloon, close the fingers. Good boy, good boy. Good, keep the connection with us, keep the connection. Catch his outside shoulder just a bit. Just almost think a little bit of the counter flexion stuff we did yesterday. Just a hint of it. This way it stays straighter, yeah. And because you're trying to package him in a way that it eliminates some of the leakage, the oozing that you would like to do off the shoulder from the outside. Good girl. Good, 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 good. Catch the shoulder again. Yeah, and drop. Slow down, bear down. Think about the connection. He's a little sticky, and he's starting a little bit on the oozing out his shoulder as he's asking to drop. So he then has some crookedness that then blocks his throughness. And you can still be a little more top of the rise, a little bigger thrust, a little more powerful. They don't have to be fast, but just bigger thrust, bigger thrust. Good girl. Good. The shoulders again as you make the turn. So we're going to go the other direction in just a minute. Your shoulder is okay when you're going this way. It's when we go the other way that it starts to be a little bit. So how much of the time are you thinking about your right shoulder? At all? Are you thinking about your right shoulder at all? Okay. It looks okay. When we're going this way, it's not such an issue as when we go the other way, and it's on that outside, and it gets that little twist happening. So we'll say it once we go this way, but we have. And you'll have to keep thinking now, that right shoulder, down across your left seat bone. And you have just a bit forward this way too. So a little more belly button back, a little bit more to your back. Because otherwise he pulls you a little forward this direction, which may go with some of that twist and the losing. More than likely, when you pull your right shoulder forward and up and around, you're losing your right seat bone as well. So this will get you more solidly into that right seat bone, even though having you send your right shoulder to your left seat bone. And thinking about his shoulder. So it's your shoulder and his shoulder this way. When you're ready, you can take trot. Good job on his shoulder. Yep. Really going chin over the mane, spine over his spine. Right shoulder, his right shoulder. Yes, Cynthia, it's pretty close. Good job, man. Good job.
He's a good guy.
tell, I can just see big changes in her. She's so much clearer on what she's expecting.
Yeah.
And her trains of thought are being sticking out longer.
Yeah, read it like a high ski, read them.
This is good. Are you ready? Walk. So now you're losing it. So after we went, you did one circle, great. The second circle, you're starting to lean in, lose the shoulder. Yeah, so it was a little bit of a test. I kind of left you on your own to see. So you have to really think about all the time, chin of the mane, your spine lined up over his spine. Because if you end up here, then you're no longer lined up, right? And the first circle, you did a really good job. The second circle, you were getting tired and starting to lose it. So the short burst again. Sorry. First thing. After the ball. Are you like that? So one more time, stop this way, and see if you really keep it together, and I'll keep it together then. Really making right shoulder to your left knee on back, and when you cross through you on this, it's almost like you really have to be down and in, through your body to get to that seat bone. And your seat bone's not really at the back, it's more in the middle of you.
Yes, yes.
And that helps to keep this to here, so that if that goes there, you're going to end up leaning, because you have to counterbalance it. So for good kids, if your right shoulder can help push your left seat bone towards me. Okay, stop. One more circle this way, really thinking this. Right shoulder to left seat bone. Right shoulder to left seat bone. Watching his shoulder. So if he falls out, you're going to be more likely to fall in yourself, okay? There is something counterbalance happening. Keep his shoulder, almost think counterflexion. Right shoulder, almost counterflexion, good girl. Good. Shoulder to seat bone. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be quite counterflexion, but almost. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Good girl. And then think push forward from your back down the reins as well. Cynthia. Yeah, you can walk. Swap in. I'll have Judy back.